should be a very special night here at Rogers Arena as the Canucks will celebrate the life of Pat Quinn. And isn't it fitting that the big Irishman is getting his night on St. Patrick's Day and against a team that he also influenced in, the Philadelphia Flyers. He's revered in the city and for good reason. He played for the Canucks, he was the head coach, the GM, and the president. Earlier this evening, they renamed a portion of Abbott Street outside Rogers Arena Pat Quinn Way. And the who's who of Canucks history have come from far and wide to celebrate and pay tribute to Pat Quinn. Who has come? We're about to find out as it's time to celebrate the life of Pat Quinn.
Now, would you please welcome Hall of Fame broadcaster and longtime friend of Pat and Sandra Quinn, Mr. Jim Robson.
Thank you. Thank you, Al Murdoch. 1 hour ago, in an outdoor ceremony, Pat Quinn Way was unveiled. Fittingly, Gate 16 overlooks this stretch of road from Expo Boulevard to Pacific. Tonight, in celebration of the life of Pat Quinn, we have many distinguished guests, all of whom represent different chapters in Pat's life in hockey, who will join Pat's beloved daughters, Val and Callie, and granddaughter Kate at center ice, and Pat's wife, Sandra, with her good friend Ellen Lee at the bench. Please welcome the original captain of the NHL Vancouver Canucks, who with Pat were the backbone of one of the toughest teams in the NHL, and the man who brought Pat to Atlanta, recognized his leadership qualities, and made him the Flames captain. Ladies and gentlemen, Orland Kurtenbach and Cliff Fletcher. When Pat guided the Philadelphia Flyers to a record-breaking 35-game unbeaten streak in the 79-80 season, this man was the unquestioned leader on the ice and a defense partner of Pat's when he entered the NHL with Toronto. He would remain with Pat through coaching stints in Vancouver and Toronto. Here are Bob Clarke and Rick Lee. He was the heart and soul of the Canucks when Pat returned to Vancouver, and Pat made sure he would remain forever a Canuck. And on March 20th, 1996, Pat pulled off one of the greatest trades of his career. Please welcome the Steamer, Stan Smeel, and Marcus Naslund. When his country called, Pat Quinn always answered. And in 2002, the president of Hockey Canada knew who could guide Canada to its first Olympic gold in 50 years. He brought major junior hockey to Vancouver, and Pat became a very engaged co-owner of the Vancouver Giants, instrumental in their 2007 Memorial Cup victory. Welcome Bob Nicholson and Ron Toigo. He was the Western kid Pat drafted to be the next leader of the Vancouver Canucks. He was the goaltender Pat traded for, who would star in the amazing run of '94. And he was the Russian Pat took in a surprise move in the 1989 draft and became the most exciting player in Canuck history. They remain as popular today as they were in '94. Trevor Linden, Kirk McLean, and Pavel Bure. Ladies and gentlemen, in honor of our celebration of the life of the Big Irishman, and on this most appropriate occasion, St. Patrick's Day, please join Mark Donnelly, accompanied by Mike Kenny on the organ, in the singing of When Irish Eyes Are Smiling.
There's a tear in your eye, and I'm wondering why, for it never should be there at all. With such power in your smile, sure a stone you'd beguile, so there's never a teardrop should fall. When Irish eyes are smiling, sure it's like a morning spring. With a lilt of Irish laughter, you can hear the angels sing. When Irish hearts are happy, sure the world seems bright and gay. And when Irish eyes are smiling, sure they'll still your heart away.
Would the Quinn family, all of our special guests, Captains Claude Giroux and Henrik Sedin, please gather at center ice for a ceremonial face-off.